When families choose home care for someone they love, they're trusting strangers with something incredibly personal: their health, their independence, their daily life. And most people assume great care comes down to one thing: hiring compassionate caregivers. And compassion absolutely matters. But the truth is, compassion alone isn't enough. The organizations delivering the best care today have something deeper behind the scenes. They've built a culture of learning, a culture where caregivers are constantly improving their skills, where leaders invest in training and development, and where systems help every team member get better at what they do. And there's a big reason why this matters right now. According to AARP, 77% of adults over the age of 50 want to remain in their homes as they age, instead of moving into assisted living communities. That means the demand for high-quality home care is growing rapidly. But delivering great care consistently requires more than good intentions. It requires education, support, and a system that helps people grow. And here's why you can trust us on this topic. We work closely with franchise owners across the country who are serving seniors every single day. Many of them started as caregivers themselves and worked their way up into leadership.
I worked as a caregiver for roughly 4 years, and then I was asked to come into the office as a care manager, and I did, and I loved doing that job. And then I got asked about a year and a half later if I would step up into the agency director role, and I did, and I've loved doing that as well, and learning all the intricate parts that make caring run so successfully.
That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when learning is built into the culture. In this video, we're going to break down why learning cultures produce better caregivers, how leadership drives that environment, how franchise systems accelerate learning, and why all of it leads to better care for seniors and their families. Let's start with the foundation. The first thing a culture of learning creates is confidence, and confident caregivers deliver better care. Think about what caregivers actually do every day. They're helping seniors with mobility, medication reminders, personal care, meal preparation, emotional support, companionship. But beyond the daily tasks, caregivers often become the first line of observation when something changes in a client's health. They notice subtle shifts, a change in mood, a change in appetite, a change in walking patterns. And those small observations can prevent much larger health problems later. That is why caregivers are very important in recognizing those early changes.
They're the ones that help us recognize changes. They're the ones that have that hand-on-hand contact. And they deserve more respect than they're often given.
That kind of awareness doesn't happen automatically. It comes from experience and training, and the data backs this up. Industry benchmarking shows agencies with structured caregiver training programs see up to 24% higher client satisfaction scores. That's a major difference, because when caregivers feel prepared, they're calmer, more confident, and better able to handle real-world situations. But caregiver confidence doesn't happen in isolation. It starts with leadership. Every culture starts at the top. And learning cultures are no different. The leaders who run the best agencies believe something simple: if their people grow, the business grows.
Everyone that works with an organization has gifts. My role is just to find the strengths and abilities of individuals so that we can move business here.
That mindset transforms workplaces. Instead of employees feeling like they're just completing tasks, they feel like they're developing careers. And that matters in home care, because turnover disrupts relationships with clients, and relationships are everything in senior care. But when organizations invest in education and development, people stay longer, they feel valued, and they build deeper connections with the seniors they serve. Leadership creates that environment, but leadership alone isn't enough. You also need systems. Learning becomes powerful when it's shared, and that's where systems come in. In many small businesses, knowledge stays trapped inside individual people. But great organizations capture knowledge and turn it into training systems. That means new employees learn faster, best practices spread across teams, owners don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is one of the biggest advantages of operating inside a franchise system. Instead of building everything from scratch, owners gain access to proven processes and training resources.
So the fear of failure, which probably, again, is in the back of any business person's mind, was overcome when implementing the marketing system and we started getting referrals. And then we started getting clients and knew that it worked. You do the process and the process works. That fear goes out the door right away.
That kind of structure helps owners focus on what matters most: serving their community, leading their team, and growing the business.
I can call so many different owners. I can reach out right now and they would be there to listen and help me. So, and I don't think, I know that you don't get that in the other home care agencies.
That network effect accelerates improvement. Instead of solving problems alone, owners benefit from shared experience across the entire system. And ultimately, that shared learning benefits the people who matter most: the seniors. At the end of the day, learning culture isn't about training programs. It's about people. Specifically, the seniors receiving care. Education helps caregivers deliver care that goes beyond tasks. It helps them understand the human side of aging. And sometimes that leads to moments families never forget.
I learned that, she used to be like this incredible musician that loved to play the piano, played for her church, and I had a shared story. That was also my mother's story. So we started having more of a conversation about that. And so I asked her if she would play a song for me. And she, after just a little bit of nudging, agreed to play a song for me, and I was able to record it. And I recorded that song and did not realize the impact that was going to have at that moment. But I shared the video with her family who did not live in town. And the son called me back emotional and said, "That is the first time I have heard my mother play that piano since my father died."
Moments like that go far beyond basic care. They restore connection, memory, and dignity. That's what learning cultures make possible. Because caregivers who are trained to observe, listen, and connect see opportunities others might miss, and the impact can be life-changing. The demand for home care is growing faster than almost any other healthcare sector. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, home care employment is projected to grow 20.7% by 2033, one of the fastest growing occupations in the country. That growth means communities across the country need strong leaders in senior care. People who want to build businesses that serve others. People who believe learning and development are essential to delivering great care. And that's exactly what strong franchise systems are designed to support through training programs, operational guidance, marketing support, technology systems, ongoing education. Owners gain the resources they need to build strong teams and deliver consistent care. When people talk about great home care, they usually focus on the caregivers, and that makes sense. Caregivers are the heart of this industry, but behind every great caregiver is something bigger: a culture of learning, a culture where teams are constantly improving, leaders are developing people, systems are capturing knowledge, and everyone is focused on delivering better care. That culture doesn't just help employees grow, it helps seniors live healthier, happier lives at home. And it helps franchise owners build meaningful businesses that make a real difference in their communities. If you're exploring franchise ownership and want to learn more about how our system supports owners through training, operations, and ongoing learning, schedule some time to connect with us. We can walk you through the system, answer your questions, and help you decide if this opportunity is the right fit for you. Because the best businesses aren't just built on good ideas. They're built on teams that never stop learning.